Hey guys, August here, coming to you with a Final Fantasy guide, and today we are going to be looking at the Summoner and what they have done to change the Summoner and pretty much rework the whole class. So, let's get straight into it, and we'll start with the gear. I don't want to show you the gear exactly so that the names, I'm not sure where people are in the store and what they're doing, but always get the highest item level gear because they'll give you the highest intellect, giving you the most damage. Same with your weapon, highest item level. And then you look at the secondary stats, and crit hit and direct hit is the best that you want to get. You want to meld that and then try and get that on all the secondary stats of your gear. So that's it for gear pretty much. And then let's just sit and talk about all the changes, and then afterwards I will show you guys me doing the rotation on a training dummy, and I will just do the whole rotation on the opener together without speaking or nothing, and you can just watch that and have a see how it all flows together. But for now we'll do it slowly together and we'll speak about everything. So, our first skill, Rune 3, is your slow cast. This is your casting move. It's like a filler pretty much. Alright, Gem Shine. This is used by all your pets. What do you want to call these? Your pets, your summons, your astrals. We'll just call them for astrals now, because pretty much summon it consists of 3 phases now. Bahamut phase, the astral phase, and then Phoenix phase. Bahamut turns into Phoenix after the astral phase, and then vice versa. They just go back and forth pretty much. So, Gem Shine becomes your single target astral skill. They all have different charges and they all do different things, like Ifrit and what's this dude, Titan and Garuda. But that's your single cast, Gem Shine, single target. And then Precious Brilliance, that changes between all of your astrals, and that will be your AoE for doing dungeons, and if there's just mobs or something in a raid or whatever, that's your AoE for the pets, or for the Titan and the Garuda and the Ifrit. Yeah, I don't know why I got an accent, but anyway. So Try Disaster is your AoE. This is for you and for Bahamut and for Phoenix. You all have different variations of that. So when you go into Bahamut and Phoenix, that does become instant cast, but it's pretty much the same thing. I think they have more potencies as well. So if you'll be doing AoE rotations in dungeons, pop your Bahamut and then spam Try Disaster, well, whatever it's called when Bahamut rings up. And then Energy Drain and Energy Siphon are your means to get Aether Flow stacks. You get 2 of them, and they are used then for Fester and Pain Flare. Pain Flare being your AoE version and Fester being your single target version. Now you don't need to apply dots anymore because we don't have dots, so you can just hit Fester whenever. But try and weave it in between stuff. I know you could hit 2 at once, but I'm so used to not double weaving, so don't do it. And if you have really bad connection, don't try and hit 2 at once, because it might be ping and you hit 2 at once and then you'll miss a GCD or something like that. So just always weave one in between a skill, like cast a run 3 and then hit 1 and then cast another run 3, just for an example. And then moving on, Searing Light. Now this is our raid-wide damage buff. It's 3% to all party members for 30 seconds. So that's quite a big deal just because it lasts so long. And the way that I do it with my rotation, and why it is like it is right now in this order, I do my what do you call them, primals, is because before I summon Bahamut I get that buff out, and these 2 line up pretty much, so that you can always have Searing Light buff up while you have Bahamut out. And since Bahamut has one of your hardest hitting abilities, which is Bahamut and Kindle, 1300 potency, the same as Phoenix and Kindle, also 1300, those are your 2 hardest hitting skills, which will always be buffed by Searing Light. I believe that is the best way to do it damage wise. Also when you summon Bahamut, that's then Kindle is his Akmon, and then you also get your Death Flare, or whatever yours is called. And then Phoenix gets also an Akmon, but then the Enkindle Phoenix is like a heal, so you can chuck that on the tank now if you're doing a big pull in a dungeon, or you can chuck it on anybody in the group. It's a targeted heal, so you need to click someone and then you need to apply the heal to them. So help the healers out and chuck it on the tank. But anyway, that's pretty much it. And then for AoE, all you'll be doing is you'll be spamming Try Disaster, well, Bahamut's version and Phoenix version, and then obviously Energy Siphon to get your stacks. Pain Flare, dump those out in the pack, and then when you summon all of these, hit their Precious Brilliance, whatever it turns into. That'll be their AoEs. For Garuda and for Titan it is instant cast, and then for Ifrit you have to slow cast it. But let's get straight into like a mock-up rotation pretty much. So I like to start with a run 3, and then I Energy Drain, because that will give you time to like activate the combat, and you will also get a proc of run 4, which is instant cast. But you can't use your Searing Light unless you're in combat pretty much. So you want to Rune 3 and then Energy Drain and then hit a Rune 4 all at the same time. Well, 1, 2, 3, and then after that you should be in combat. So you want to pre-cast rune 3 as the tank's going in, and then you want to hit Searing Light, you want to hit Bahamut, and then you want to hit your Bahamut Kindle, and always make sure to hit your Astral Impulse, which is your rune pretty much. You never want to miss one of those, because your Bahamut can Kindle, and the Death Flare you can do at any time during the Bahamut phase. But this Rune 3 version of Bahamut you can only do all the time, so you have while he's up pretty much, so don't miss one. So that's your main priority when you have him out. And also weave in some Festus as well in the opener right there, because you will have all the raid buffs and stuff, so they'll all be buffed. And then as well, if you're doing this fast pace, your next thing after doing that would be to summon Ifrit and then do his charge, and then hit the second part of his charge and cast off one of these. All of that will happen during the Searing Light buff. You'll see at the end of the video when I do it for you guys. And then you just want to rotate on through. I like to use Titan. I was considering using Titan or actually using Garuda in the opener, so that she can also buff from the Searing Light and put a big AoE dot up. So let me show you what Garuda does when you bring Garuda out. See, this of he has a 430 potency AoE, but then it leaves like an AoE on the ground that also does, I think it's 30 potency every 2 or 3 seconds or whatever the tick is. So I was thinking that maybe with all the braid buffs and stuff would be the most damage, but it turns out Ifrit actually, because he has 2 of his astral thingies, and both of them hit for 430 potency. So you do the one and the second one, and that's 430 potency on both, and that's already more than what the dot ticks would be. So yeah, that's the best order to do it in. And then this is what the Phoenix phase looks like. It's also got the Enkindle Phoenix, which you've got the whole rotation pretty much to do it. And then this as well, the Rekindle. This is the heal that you want to chuck on the tank. Gives you a nice little heal over time. And that's pretty much all there is to it. So I will leave you guys with the slow motion. Well, not slow motion, but I'll leave you guys with me doing it on a dummy in full motion, so you can see it all happening. And I'll finish off the dummy, and that's it pretty much. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for all the support. If you liked this video and it helped you at all, please think about subscribing to me. It's free for you, and it helps me so much on the channel to grow. And yeah, I want to try and hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year. So thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Augie out.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying out its prayer, while we're so ashamed to be alive. Break the chains and our freedom's ours to take. Look behind your back. Chase a light when the world is getting darker. I have a dream where love's the only side. So take my hand, join the army of the shadows. Going harder, we are more than numbers, standing in this hate. Going louder, we are all one color, standing in their way. free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying out its prayer. Why are we so ashamed to be